Hello there, and today we're doing Scottish Premiership predictions for match day. Is it 22? I really don't know. I need to. No, is it? No, we just had 28, so I think it's technically 29, but yeah, let's call it 29. Because we've got some rearranged games before 29, and then we've got some games after that, which we've just kind of done just to cover a few predictions week ahead. So it basically is all you want to see in this video. So smash a like on it, subscribe for more predictions videos, and let's get into the video. So to kick us off, we have Livingston taking on Hamilton. And this game is taking place on the Tuesday, I do believe, or is it? No, the Wednesday. Yeah, the Wednesday. So this is an interesting one. Obviously, it sees 5th take on 12th. Hamilton are in desperate need of a win because they're 3 points behind Ross County, so they really can't get cut off. Can Ross County? But I'm just going to sway towards a Livingston win. They are at home. They are doing well. 5th in the league is a very good position to be in. So I'm going to say Livingston 2, Hamilton 1. And then we've got Kilmarnock taking on Motherwell. Now, Kilmarnock are currently sitting in a pretty bad position of 10th. They're 4 points ahead of Hamilton. Whereas Motherwell, well, they're in 9th. So if Kilmarnock can get a win here, they go probably, depending on what... yeah, they can. So if Kilmarnock win this, they go above Motherwell into 9th. And if Motherwell win this, then they can close the gap on St Johnstone. And I think they will close the gap on St Johnstone. Motherwell, I'll say Kilmarnock 0, Motherwell 3. And then it's a game between St Mirren and Celtic. Now, this is a bit of a one-sided game. I know you might say, well, St Mirren have been pretty good this season. They have been, to be fair. Won their most recent match, and they are in the top 6. But I think Celtic are just class, and they can, on their day, turn over anyone. I know that there's the massive gap, and it's a bit of a joke at the minute how far Rangers are ahead. But at the end of the day, I think Rangers will lose eventually. Celtic will catch up eventually. And this is a game they're going to really, stamp home their advantage. So St Mirren 1, Celtic 4 is what I'm going to say. And then it's Aberdeen against St Mirren. And I know this is St Mirren playing again, but this is now game week 29, the weekend games. Now Aberdeen, they're currently on 27 games played, so they have a little bit of catch-up work to do. But if they can win their game in hand, that takes them within just 2 points of the team in 3rd, Hibernian. And if they can win the game again, well, this game, I'm not sure if it's a rearranged one, but it's the one they're playing in game week 29, which is at home with St Mirren. And St Mirren are close to them as well. So in that respect, if St Mirren can get a win here against all the odds, it would be massive for them to go above Aberdeen, or at least close the gap on the top 4. So it's a really competitive one, I'd imagine, here. But I'm going to favour Aberdeen on the day. Aberdeen 3, St Mirren 1. And then we've got Rangers against Kilmarnock. Fairly comfortable game, but I did say I think Rangers will drop points eventually. I know they've not lost all season, but we're going to go with Rangers 1, Kilmarnock 1. And then we've got a game between Ross County and Hibernian. And as I said, Hibernian in 3rd, doing pretty good. They could even snatch Celtic in their 2nd spot if they keep on winning games, and Celtic keep on showing a bit of inconsistency. They've got 2 wins in the spin, have Celtic, and actually Hibernian have got 3 wins on the spin. But I think Hibernian are still a good team, and I'd imagine they'd be able to get past this Ross County team. So Ross County 0, Hibernian 1. Then we have Dundee United taking on Livingston. This sees, of course, 2 teams face each other in very similar positions. Livingston above them, but still. And Dundee United are not to be underestimated. I've got a feeling Livingston will do that very much just here. So I'm going to say Dundee United 2, Livingston 0. We next have Motherwell taking on Hamilton. Now, Motherwell really have to start getting some results. I think they should beat Kilmarnock fairly comfortably. And then once they've done that, that will put them on to a total of 28. So if they can win the next game that they have against Hamilton, it'll be massive, really. They should be beating teams like Hamilton. No disrespect to Hamilton, but they've really struggled this season. So if they can win that game again, then it does put them within the likes of Dundee United and St Johnstone. So I'm going to say it's going to be a win for the home side here. Motherwell 2, Hamilton 1. And then we've got St Johnstone taking on Celtic. Now, you might say, oh, well, this is an easy win for Celtic. But is it? Is it necessarily, you know? I know they've absolutely destroyed teams like Kilmarnock 4-0 in the past. But I think the last time that Celtics played St Johnstone, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was a bit more of a difficult one to call, and a bit more of a nervy one for Celtic. Let me just check what that score was. But when Celtic played St Johnstone, I seem to remember, or maybe it was my prediction. It probably was, to be fair. Oh no, I was right. It was a 1-1 draw. So I think I said St Johnstone to do that, or at least maybe not draw with them, but produce an upset. But it did happen, and Celtic didn't get the win, with ending up being an equaliser from Elianusi to save what would have been a loss after a goal from Christopher Kane. So yeah, Celtic are in a position right now they can't afford dropping points like that. So this is a massive game for Celtic, but I think that they will just about get through. St Johnstone 1, Celtic 2. And finally, the last two games, we've got Celtic against Aberdeen. Big game at the top of the table. Obviously, I've just predicted Celtic's game, but this is another rearranged one. And I think Celtic are fairly comfortable at home. So even though Aberdeen are a decent side on their day, they can sometimes lose a bit embarrassingly. And I think that Celtic are going to rub in the salt in the wounds. Celtic 3, Aberdeen 0. And to wrap up today's video, we've got St Mirren against Hamilton. And on paper, it's a close game. In the table, it's not so much. St Mirren mid-table, Hamilton bottom. But I've just got a feeling Hamilton, in these kind of games, you wouldn't expect them to do much. But also, you know, you're not going to probably back them to win. I think that they might just do it. They might prove us wrong and get the 3 points. So St Mirren 0, Hamilton 1 is what I'm going to predict. And that wraps up my predictions for match day number 29 in inverted commas for the Scottish Premiership. It's not really match day 29 because there's a few extra games thrown in there. But I was just getting them done really, and you know, nice to get ahead really. So yeah, those are my predictions. Comment your predictions down below, of course. Those games all the way up till the 17th of February. And obviously it starts tomorrow on the day of the match day 10, really rearranged game between Kilmarnock and Motherwell, 6 o'clock on the 10th of Feb. But thanks for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.